Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
Couldn't turn around.
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's...
No. 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 Don't touch me with that. You better not touch me with that. I know what's coming. Uh-uh. You trying. Nope. I don't want it.
One up. And the Miners will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Middle Tennessee's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. They're all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
By UTEP. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miners.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding.
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! They get him down to this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. We've played one before we move on. Let's take a look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. And easy to... there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lost one deep down the right side. It's a big stride inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Make it.
Leaves it with the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Hold up.
Smith wants
Shit,
to throw.
where am I?
Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll leave it with the lone.
Hold up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. The give to the tailback. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Miners decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just need to crack to get a return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Bringing the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's the pressure. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win enough.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the direct snap, it's Flanagan. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Murfreesboro. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Makes makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Smith dropping to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Peters. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
On the play.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll throw it down. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the move. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Grab near the marker. It's Flanagan. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, UTEP. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Awesome awareness by the D-lineman on this play. You just can't do it any better. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get there and get the sack, so he slowed himself down, got his hands in the air, plucks it out of mid-air, keeps his balance, and takes it in for 6.
Middle Tennessee.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the misconnection, it's second down. They'll run the option. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quarterback making checks. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. On the move, he fires. With the catch, it's Peters. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Are you kidding me?
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. It's complete to the left. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Quick strike through the air for the score. He stood tall in the pocket, held his ground, and delivered a strike despite taking that hit.
I'm impressed with this quarterback, boy. In the pocket like that, you've got all these bodies. Guys are trying to grab you, and guys are trying to shield your vision downfield. He knew.
A little trickery, and they flip it ahead. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Middle Tennessee, 13.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Turns it loose. Pulls it in on the right. Lots of room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UTEP. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up 14 over Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on. He's going to let one
No
fly
way.
down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He's got him this time. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
False start on offense.
And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Let's see what they've got on second down. Making side adjustments here. And back to the air on second down. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, my God.
Ball, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Using his legs, it's Ivory. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is on its way. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. To the air on first down. Under fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?